Hi everyone, so I'm sitting here in front of my illustration package and I'm trying to come up with a concept for a computer game. And let me explain my idea to you. My computer game is going to have a shark, and the shark is swimming around the ocean. Every time the shark eats a goldfish, its energy level increases by 1. Every time it eats a piranha, its energy level decreases by 1. At the start of the game, the shark will have an energy level of 10. So let's say the shark eats a piranha, the energy level will decrease to 9. It eats another piranha, the energy level will decrease to 8. It eats a goldfish, its energy level will increase to 9, etc. The game will end when the energy is 0, which means the shark lost the game, or the energy is 20, which means the shark won the game. So I'm going to show you how to develop this kind of game using an object-oriented programming model. I'm going to be using Java, and the integrated development environment that I'm going to be using is Eclipse. Okay, so here I have a main method, and this is where I'm going to be creating my game code. I'm also going to have to create a new class for the shark object that I will be using in my game. So this is going to be my shark class file. And here it is. Now, within the shark class, I'm going to start designing the object variables that are required to store data for the game, and also, to store data for the shark object in the game. And also I will be designing some accessor and mutator methods to help us play with that data. I'll also create a constructor method to run when a shark object is constructed in the main program. I'll also have to develop the full game in my main program. And one thing that computer programming designers have to think about is where to start. Do we start by creating the main program, or do we start by designing the shark class? I don't really have a good answer for that. I think it depends on experience and preference. Computer programs are fully editable as you develop them, so it's kind of up to you. I'm going to start in the shark class. Now I know that my shark object is going to store some data related to its energy. So I'm going to create an integer variable here called energy. Do I need another object variable? I'm not sure yet. I don't think so. Let's see how it goes. I'm now going to create my constructor method. So public shark, here we go. This is my constructor method. Do I need any parameters? Let's look at my game concept. I'll tell you what, when I construct a shark, I'm going to give it its starting energy value, and I'm going to pass that from the main program into the object. So I'm going to have a parameter called start energy, and I'm going to assign this value to the object variable. So energy is going to be assigned this value of start energy. And that's my constructor method at the moment. I might adapt that later as I continue to design this game. I'm also going to design some accessor methods. In fact, I only need one, I think, to access the value of the energy variable. So this is going to be public. The return type is an integer. Let's say get energy. And this is simply going to return the energy variable. I'm also going to create a couple of mutator methods, which will change the energy value. And my first mutator method, I'm not going to return anything from this method. It's a void method. This is going to be called eat goldfish. And when I eat a goldfish, the value of the energy increases by 1. Okay? Another way of writing that is energy. Whoops, how do you spell energy? Energy plus equals 1. So that's another way to write this expression here. Energy equals energy plus 1. I'm just going to delete that one because I prefer to use this style. So that's what happens when we eat a goldfish. Let's make another mutator method. Public void eat piranha. Piranha. Is that right? I think that's right. And what happens when we eat a piranha? The energy value goes down by 1. It decreases by 1. So I've got a constructor method which sets the energy at the start of the game when a shark is constructed. I've got an accessor method to help me look at the value stored in the energy variable. I've got a mutator method which changes the value of the energy when I eat a goldfish. And I've got another mutator method which changes the value of energy when I eat a piranha. So I think at the moment I have finished designing my shark class. Please note that every method has a very specific purpose. I have not overcomplicated it at all. That's all these methods do. Now let's start to create the game. In my game, I will need a shark. So let's just create a shark. How do you spell shark? Shark equals new shark. And I did say that when I construct a shark, I'm going to tell it what its starting energy value is. And in my initial design, that value is 10. So in my main program, when I construct a shark, I'm going to give it a start energy value. Brilliant. I'm now going to go into a loop which will continue while the game is being played. Remember, the game stops when the energy level becomes 0 or the energy level becomes 20. Okay? So while shark.getEnergy doesn't equal 0 and shark.getEnergy doesn't equal 20, we will play the game. And this is what happened. This is the way I'm going to design this game. I'm going to create a random number. That's not right, is it? In Java we do, this is one way to do it. We use the math.random method. I'm going to multiply that by 10. So that will give me a random number from 0 to 9. And then if I add 1 onto that, I'm going to get a random number from 1 to 10. Now if rand modulus 2 is equal to 0, this means if I get a random number that's even, I'm going to eat a goldfish. Okay? This is just a trick to tell the computer program to eat a goldfish. So when we eat a goldfish, our energy level increases by 1. So let's call the eat goldfish method shark.eat goldfish. There it is. Else shark.eat piranha. Okay? So this is just a trick to tell the computer program kind of randomly, if the random number is even, I'm going to eat the goldfish, and if that's not true, I will eat a piranha. Remember that when I eat a goldfish, my energy level will increase by 1. And when I eat a piranha, my energy level will decrease by 1. So within this while loop, while we're playing the game, why don't we just create some output that will help us to monitor that value of energy so we can kind of see what's going on. So let's say, I just ate a fish. My energy level is... And we'll use the getEnergy method to show us the new value of the energy variable. So that's really the game that we're going to play. And this is the end of the game. So let's just look at this again. While the energy variable is not equal to 0, and the energy variable is not equal to 20, then we will generate a random number, and we will use that number to decide whether we're eating a goldfish or a piranha. And we're also going to display some information to let us know what's going on during game time. After the game, if shark.getEnergy is equal to 0, that means the shark lost. System.out.println Sharky is a loser. And if that's not true, it means that the energy value is 20. That's all been decided by this loop here. So if it's not 0, that means it must be 20 in this design. And when it's 20, it means the Sharky is a winner. Sharky is a winner. Okay. And that is my game. Let's see if it works. I'm just going to run the game and I will show you the result. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff here. So I just ate a fish. My energy level is 11. So the shark must have eaten a goldfish because it's gone up. Goldfish, 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 piranha. Goldfish, piranha. Goldfish, goldfish, etc. And at the very end of the game, if I can show you this, he reached a value of 20. It went up and down a lot, but finally he ate enough goldfish and Sharky is a winner. Now let's run this game again. Rum! This time, again, he started by eating a goldfish, and then he ate a piranha, then he ate another piranha, then another piranha, then, oh my goodness, he ate a lot of piranhas there in a row, but then he started to eat goldfish again, and he went up and down, and finally, at the very end of the game, his energy level went to 0, and Sharky is a loser. And just purely for fun, I'm going to run the game again, and what have we got? Sharky is a loser! Now, of course, there are many ways that we can adapt this game. But the main thing that you have to understand is, for the game to be successful, I need to create a shark class. I will probably need to use a constructor method to set up some initial values for my object variables. I will need some accessor methods. Here I only have one to allow me to look at the values stored in the object, and I will need some mutator methods to allow me to change the values of the object variables. And in my main program, I have to figure out how I can use those methods to successfully create the game that I'm designing.